Hello, everyone. Oh, my head! And welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade, 5th edition Chronicle, Baltimore by Night. I'm once again the Storyteller. Hello. As you will notice with our screen, we are about half staffed today. Um,
We do have a
Life
new guest,
happened.
though.
Yes. In case you can't tell, Jeanette is still our guest player, permanent.
Wait, I'm
Uh,
I'm not a permanent member yet.
No,
What?
you
actually,
are.
yeah.
You are.
Yes, if you notice that there is a baby, we have a new member of the family. This is my offspring with her mother. She'll show up every now and then. So if you see Katrina just dipping out every now and then, baby. Or if you see us being like put on hold or something for a bit, baby. For the future, we are trying to keep on schedule with everything. Have our fortnightly episodes popping up. If there are delays, baby. Episodes are probably going to might be a bit shorter because of baby. I'm going to just use baby as an excuse for all the stuff. Some story plots just don't make sense. Baby.
It's a good excuse.
Yeah.
Sleep deprivation, man. It's a hell of a
Katrina rolls
drug.
really bad on her dice rolls in the game. Baby.
I mean, to be fair, I did that well before I was pregnant.
Yeah, baby. So yeah, her name is Leilani Rose. You see her right there. So if you hear her say Leilani, you know who we're talking about. The baby.
Baby.
Yeah. So she's doing good. Oh, she's eating so good. Um, so yeah, so
I think she just slipped into a food coma.
yeah, so you'll see her pop up every now and then. But again, we're down 3 players. Life happens and they're all out, but we decided to play some anyway since the party already kind of split off, so makes sense.
As we do.
Yes, so Katrina, while you're still able to, what happened last time on our wonderful show?
So lots of things happened last time, actually. In dealing with the revelation that there very likely are two Robins running around. Well, at least at one point there were two Robins. Unclear if both of them are currently active or if, I don't know, maybe the original is like locked in a suitcase somewhere, who knows, or dead. We spoke with the Hakata PI and told him the name of the person that we believe is haunting us in the hopes that that will help him get rid of it. He assured us that it is definitely not Uncle Augie, so there's that. That's a comfort. And we also hired him to track down Robin's Haven, whichever Robin it is that we've been dealing with. We are not sure if this is the imposter or the original. But at this rate, we also don't know if we've ever met the original. So who knows? Let's see, other things. We learned Sean revealed to us that his blood bag supplier is being extorted, basically. And Sophia and Liz were like, yeah, we can handle this for you. With the intent of calling in Jilon for backup, and then Jilon promptly turned his phone off and ignored our asses. So that's fun. Mari went to go talk to the Tremere to ask them stuff about Robin and see if they had any insight into the idea of there being two of them, if he was acting oddly at all, if maybe he didn't act like himself at some point. And then also was planning to meet with River, Robin's supposedly most recent progeny, with the intent that if it is truly Robin, then obviously she would be Tremere. But if perhaps the fake Robin were Mesky, she would not be. Unclear exactly how that she's going to talk River into doing that ritual, or if Mari knows that ritual, but we'll see. Let's see. Other things, just that are interesting to have in the background that I don't know came up specifically last time, but might. Sasha Luna wants Mari's help to kill Millie Amato, Sean's sire, and I'm sure that's fine and won't blow up in anyone's face. And we also discussed going to talk to O'Donovan and see what he knows about any of the goings on recently, just because it's been a while since we've talked to him and he's a very knowledgeable resource. And I think we left off with Mari having just spoken with Tommy, and Sophia and Liz maybe heading to deal with those people that were threatening Sean's contact.
All right, sounding good. Who wants to start?
Not it, because my hands are still full.
All right, Katrina, it is. All right, Callie, since you're separate from the group, yeah, just said goodbye to Sir Gawain. Tommy drives away. You hear past the duchy playing on the radio. And you had a couple plans. I think part of us maybe going to talk to River. Is that still the plan for you? Or are you going to do something else? Something else for River?
I think the plan is to go to see River.
All right, so you want to just, Mari's just gonna drive to River's place and see her at her place of employment.
Yes, I guess so.
Yeah, that's how you pull on up. It's pretty still happening. Lots of people, the cafe, the internet thing. Walk in. You just walk in less than maybe 20 seconds when a younger man in his 20s approaches. He's like, "Oh, you," pulls out a little thing. He's like, "You're Mari, right?"
Yeah. Who are you?
"Oh, my name is Herbert. You can call me Herb. Yeah, we got the thing that if you show up that we're supposed to help you with whatever you need, and if you want to talk to River to show you back and everything, and that you're kind of like a special VIP when you enter here."
Oh. Well, thank you, Herb. Can I?
Yeah, it's a family name. I'm sorry. It's. I know you're like, well, a 20-year-old was named Herbert. My parents,
I mean, it's fine with me. How quickly can I see River?
Just follow me. I'll knock on the door and see if she's good. Good for you. She should be.
Okay.
She's very open. Goes to one of the back rooms where the offices are. He walks into a room, walks out about 15 seconds later, and it's like, "She sees. It's just going right through. Is there anything you need? Muffins, tea?"
No, thank you. I'm good.
Okay. If you need anything, just ask for old Herbert. Even though I'm not that old, but yeah, my name sucks. So you walk in, and as you walk in, River just comes over to you and just does the thing where she puts her hands on your shoulder and does a kind of kiss, like, "Mari, you're back. It's been a while."
Hi, River. It's so good to see you.
I know, for real. Like, I was starting to think that you did not want to hang out or maybe start our own little, you know, coven kind of thing going on, like I suggested last time.
Oh no, the yawn start. No, maybe we'll talk about the coven. Um, but I just wanted to see if you were down for doing rituals today.
I can have some time. I just have like a all I really had to do today was bound some books and one or two meetings with the staff, and that's mostly done. Try to get
Hmm.
things done early so that I can have the whole night just to do what I need to.
Do you want to start now, or like do you just
I don't even
wanna...
know what ritual you want to do. There's so many of them.
Oh well, we can talk about it.
She leans on her desk. She's like, "So what kind of stuff you thinking? Anything particular? Like a ritual to like see across things, a ritual to enchant something, or we could do the classic start out and try to do a little ritual to bring back life to a flower."
Oh, that would be cool. We can do as many of those as you would like to try to do. You know, it's there's just one thing, it's nothing. Never mind. Just let's just do the
There
ritual.
seems to be some on your mind, and if you don't have a clear mind and clear spirit, rituals don't work as well. You
Well,
have to have the energies flow.
it's just there's this one ritual that I really, really want to do. And
The bonding ritual so that we're like sisters.
um
Unfortunately, we can't really do that because we're Tremere, but not anymore. But we can still, try our best.
well, it it's something that I'm working on. Tremere can make their own rituals,
With
and
time and practice, yeah. I made one.
you you did?
hmm
What is it?
It is a modification of the branding ritual we have, so that I can effectively do. There's an old ritual that basically allows us to create brand slash tattoo kind of things. I just made a variant of it to change the color on them. It's basically the same old, except instead of just black and white kind of stuff, it's actually I can put a little green and stuff and pigments.
That's cool.
hmm
Um,
Yeah, they normally use it to brand thin bloods and stuff, but and then some edgy vampires, spend extra money so they can get their tats. But yeah.
mm, well, see, this ritual is just it's so out there and very it's impossible.
Nothing
I
is
would
impossible, Mari. Not when you
I,
have our power.
yeah.
Yeah, I have faith in you.
So you would help me?
If I can, and if it's not a very super, dangerous, invasive ritual that's like, ooh, let's do this so that we can make some guy's head explode from down the street. I might not be up for that kind of stuff.
No, I see. I had this idea of it's well, it's my Nona's birthday on Sunday, and I just wanted to see her one last time. And I had this idea that we could, well, you're gonna think it's silly, but I thought that maybe if we could combine our blood together, like if I had a vial of your blood, like sometimes things like happen with like combining blood, and it's like a special like powerful thing. And I don't know, it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but it's just something I really want to do.
Oh, poor dear. Uh, I'm getting the feeling that the Tremere haven't really helped you teach you some things. All of our magic involves blood.
Well, yeah, but
That's where the power comes from.
it
They
needs
call it blood sorcery for reasons.
no, it needs 2 vampires' blood. It needs my blood and your blood. So can I have like a little bit of a sample of your blood?
I mean, we're going to be doing the ritual, so we're going to mix blood or something. How does the ritual work?
No, this is a private moment between me and my Nona. I am afraid to ask any of the other Tremere because I'm afraid that they're going to think that I'm silly because I still have ties to the mortal world. And I told you it was silly. Can I just like
So, well, how does this ritual exactly work? Because you haven't really been saying that part of it. We're doing a ritual together. You're just saying you need
no. We're going to do
blood.
rituals together. But I'm telling you, my Nona's birthday is on Sunday.
Why can't you see her without the witch? I'm just confused. What's stopping you from seeing her? Do you need money? Do you need
No,
fare? A plane?
she's deaf.
She's deaf or deaf, like can't hear.
No, she's dead. She's
Oh, I thought you said deaf. I was like, I wasn't quite sure where we're going there because that seemed a bit weird. You're trying to summon her spirit?
yes.
That's Oblivion.
No,
That's necromancy there.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to.
Mario, do you want to practice the dark arts?
No,
I know
how
a
could you
person.
even suggest that, River? I cannot even believe you.
Oh,
How could you do that? How could you even suggest
no,
that?
I'm not talking about dark thaumaturgy. That's no good. I'm talking about, necromancy, the stuff that Hakata kind of practicing. I have contact with them. We can easily go and get us summon your Nana spirit, and you can talk to her. You want me? You want them to join us?
No, I'm leaving.
Mari, we haven't done any rituals yet. Mari. She runs after you. She's like, don't go, Mari.
I just thought that I was creating something, I thought this was going to be big and it was going to be like, I just want to see if it works, River. And you're not even listening to me.
I'm listening. It's just, the only thing you're saying you need is my blood for a ritual that you haven't even explained or anything. And
It's secret. I will tell you after all of the stuff happens.
Mari, you know the first rule of Tremereness.
What's the first rule of Tremereness?
You don't trust other Tremere without learning more. You don't just blindly trust
That's
us.
what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you, River. I'm not going to tell you until I trust you more.
You see, that's why we should work on some minor rituals first and then build trust. Why don't we do a wonderful ritual where we can do a basic scrying something?
Okay.
Or what can I do to make you trust me? Like,
there's that Tremere. I could do that Tremere thing that they were talking about, right? Or would they have to do it? To tell what clan they're in, or would like Frederick have to do it?
Let's check something. All right, so there's two parts to that. There's a taste for blood, which and then blood walk. So let's see which components which. Okay, so yeah, blood walk would probably be the one you're wanting. I'm just double checking. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong spell. No wonder it was making sense. Okay. So she's like, yeah, so to do it, you need her blood and stuff. So because the ritual itself requires a silver cup filled with the blood of the subject. And you have blood walk, correct?
I
Or do you have done a
think
discipline
I have
XP?
Truth of Blood, don't I? I just have Truth of Blood.
Truth of blood. Oh, that's a different one. Truth of
That's
blood
the one that lets you
reveals
tell.
if they're lying or not. How much XP do you have stored up for your disciplines and stuff?
A lot, Kevin. I could probably get it. Yeah. Oh, let's just say I have it. She's got it.
Yeah, so how much do rituals cost? Because you have not been spending money on it. So
I think
that's
it's
just
3 per level for rituals.
oh, so 3 XP for this one.
All right. Yeah, I could definitely do it.
You sure that's not gonna be a burden on you with all your
No, I'm good, Kevin.
Yep,
Well,
blood sorcery
the-
ritual level ×3.
The blood walk itself is a
Mhm.
ritual, but then there's also the
Yeah, what level thaumaturgy do you have? Or blood sorcery, I mean.
because there's the associated like actual power. And I think you might need both.
Unless it's a prerequisite, you don't technically.
Huh.
Just it's weird like that.
I'm trying to find it. I just had it up a second ago. Blood Sorcery 3.
And how much discipline XP do you have? I'm just curious now.
I think I've only spent it once. So yeah. Or twice.
So you
So
have like 50.
Yes.
you might
I
wanna
mean,
start raising
easily
some?
that much because I'm up to like 30 again, like 23 or some 25,
Yeah, you,
and I
you might,
spent mine.
hey, you might want to look at the rituals in the book and start learning them.
Yeah, yeah.
So she's like, so let's go back into my office and let's sit down and calm down. Like, I'm trying to be friends here and try to build some trust because I want us girl power, you know? We
Yeah.
keep getting over our sires and our grandsires. They always underestimate us because we're women.
Yeah. So yeah, speaking of sires, have you like had any contact with yours recently?
A couple days ago, he was talking about some plans of his and stuff like that. You know, standard things. Just trying to teach and stuff. He's honestly a very busy person and doesn't spend as much time as I was hoping. And I've been learning from the others of the of our chantry, you know, more so. Yeah. Oh, I heard that there's a vampire going around siring children. Is that true? I know you're like BFFs with the prince of the Camarilla, the replacement prince.
Mm, yeah. No, yeah. Well, yeah. Yes. Uh,
So you're friends. Now, friends or friends?
no, I wouldn't do that to her girlfriend. Uh, just friends. Yeah. It's kind of, you know.
Hmm. That's good. But yeah, so someone was making children vampires?
Yeah, it's terrible, right?
I know. I thought I and you were young for being turned, but
Mm,
kids, that's just unbelievable. I hope they ended their life quickly. I mean, who wants to like live like that?
yeah.
I hope they find the person and put them to justice because that is just a terrible thing. Like I know I'm not like part of your fancy boys club, the Camarilla, but there's certain things that even older that just don't sit well no matter what. Hmm. Turning children into vampires, certain dark thaumaturgies,
Mm,
putting pineapple on your blood, stuff like that.
I want to ask. Yeah. So yeah. Did since we're we're learning about each other and figuring out you know if we're good coven buddies.
You know we are.
Yeah. Um, how mm, how how is Robin? Like, do you really know anything about him?
Not a lot. He came to some meetings of my uh when I was still mortal. I was part of a group and he of other witches in college and stuff, and he would come often and be part of it. And then he saw my potential and started talking to me and saying, how I had potential and was going to be amazing. And eventually he revealed who he was and what he was and brought me into this world. It was nice. But again, he's a little standoffish sometimes, especially lately. Seems a little stressed. Yeah.
Stress? How so?
Well, the other day he was saying about how his plans didn't quite work out and his associates weren't um living up to their potential and stuff like that and stuff like that. Apparently he had planned this big like spectacular event, but things changed and like the prince left and a nobody basically took over for a while, and it just now it's convenient for him to make a big show. Be too easy to take out the fledgling prince like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
And oh, he also said one of his new associates is very doesn't like working with him, but he has to work with those uh the people, and he doesn't like it. But they all have their goals, so
Do you know the people?
oh no, I haven't met any of his associates yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm still learning. I mean, I met the our uh Tremere Coven, I know those people, but I haven't really met his associates.
You've met the Tremere?
The Anarch Tremere, yeah.
Oh.
Patrick and Kathleen and Rob and myself.
Any more?
We're looking. We're looking. Would you like to join us?
Right now I'm good.
Or would you like to break away from both of the coven or both the Chantry things and form our own, just all girl power?
Oh.
We can get your sire Erica, and then I can get Kathleen to join us, and yeah, show them who's boss.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, Rise of House Karna. Think about it. We eliminate them. We take all those books, all the grimoires, all the stuff they have, make our name for ourselves, become a powerhouse here in Baltimore. No one will fuck with us.
Sounds interesting, actually.
You can dial Bryce Frederick if you want.
Yeah, maybe.
Guess who's going to find out? We have all the sorcery. Well, except for their Banu Akeem in town.
Yeah. So you're not like super tied to Robin, are you?
Oh no, since the blood bonds don't work amongst Tremere, there's no blood bonding or anything. I'm just a useful tool in his game and everything. And yeah, yeah. I know what's up.
Yeah. So if you're not fully tied to Robin and it's
You're wondering why I'm still around with that group and not with yours? Because they're a lot more free. They allow us to express ourselves in the Anarchs of what kind of magics and what kind of paths we take. Well, the Camarilla is still very bound with the old Hermetic style magics and structure and having to obey and this whole like hierarchy of, everything. And I'm not for that. That's why I'm
that
so
makes
around.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that's mainly the reason. And Robin knows a lot, so I'm going to learn what I can from him, then use him as that learning tool. I mean, it's like in that college professor that's really smart, but it's a bit of a douche. You still want to learn all you can from them because you're there to learn.
Have you is there anything else that Robin has like told you about himself? I hate to ask, and I don't have any ulterior motives. I just want to know why he did this.
Did what? Make me as a vampire? Well, like I said, he was came to our meetings and saw my potential. Said that'd be great. Or do you mean the whole war thing?
The war.
You want to know like why Robin rose the Anarchs up against the Camarilla overlords?
Yes.
Well, the Camarilla was in a position where they were losing power because of, Marco's going into torpor, and he thought it was a very good time to overthrow the old system and rise a new one that's not bound to the elders and the antediluvians and blah, and basically just have an anarch city where vampires can be vampires and do what they want to do, kind of thing, with very loose rules to prevent us from being hunted down. He wanted the old structure torn aside, and he don't care who gets destroyed in the way. I think one time he said that like 30 kind is more than adequate collateral damage to take out one Camarilla vampire if needed.
Huh.
Yeah, his goal in the end is to form Baltimore into a true anarch state, unlike Los Angeles or like Berlin and stuff, where they claim to be anarch, but are really just a bunch of small Camarilla fiefdoms because they operate the same, just on a smaller scale. Yeah, Bernie's been working on it for a while too.
Do you know how long?
4 years or so, I think he said he started planning.
Wow.
Yeah, almost at the end of the last Anarch War, I think. So it might be more than 4 years, 10 years, whenever before around the time the treaty was formed. He's been planning it because he said he knew Marcos was destined to go into torpor pretty soon based on the beckoning.
All right. Well, do you want to do some rituals?
Yeah, we can practice. Let's see. Oh, we could. Let's see. Ooh. Could Let's see. What's a nice little ritual? Hold on. Just looking at some of the action book. Do you know how communicate the ritual to communicate with your sire over distance? You do something like that. Let's see. Mm,
Do you want to do that and show me how to do it? And you could talk to Robin.
I mean, I could teach you the ritual, and you can talk to your sire and make sure you pass it. But let's see what else is in my little book here. Ooh, there's the tracking spell that allows you to track your prey. Ward against spirits.
That would help.
Yeah, prevent if it's good enough. Let's see. I'm actually looking at what stuff here. Ooh, there's the ritual that allows you to fly.
It's that's fine. I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, the one that allows you to burst the blood vessels of your enemies?
Do I get that one?
Warding circle against spirits is a larger radius than the other one. That's those are some things. Oh, did you want to learn the tattooing ritual?
Sure, actually.
Yeah. So as you're doing that, learning some, we can switch the others if Katrina is available.
I am here.
Okay. So
She cast an obfuscate and she's just hiding in plain sight.
yeah, so we can go over to Liz and Sophia. What are you? Are you two going to O'Donovan's or doing something else?
I look to Liz for decision making purposes.
So we had talked about the idea of going to deal with Sean's
Supplier?
contacts
Mhm.
issue.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like that might be a bit more pressing.
Of course.
Okay. So you go to that. He did give you the location, I believe, right?
Yeah.
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 Since Sean's not coming, I'm driving.
All right, you make it to the bodega.
Oh, it's a bodega. Nice.
Okay.
What I
so
call bodega, corner store in Baltimore, because ooh, bodegas are only in New York. Yeah.
I mean, it basically is.
Just because they like a cat doesn't mean they're not a bodega.
Mhm.
I
I
know,
believe
a
we.
lot of them have cats too.
True. I believe we
Um,
both blush of life for this evening before we went to the
Mhm.
garage, so we're good there.
Yeah.
Um. whew, and on the way there, so when you mentioned to Raymond's goons that time ago, the gun in the trunk of your car, were you being serious? Because that might be useful tonight.
Oh, yeah, I have a gun in the trunk.
Okay.
I also have a knife and
That's
a
what I
baseball bat.
prefer. But just so that you know.
Sure. Um, if that's what you think, no problem. Hang on. I pull over before we're at the store and I go and get the gun out of the trunk and come back, like take it out, put the holster on under my jacket and just double check it. I'm carrying a Colt Anaconda handgun.
Huh.
And then I get in the car and continue to drive.
So you arrive. Doo, doo, doo.
So, what all did Sean tell us about this? Like, do we know who in this bodega is threatening his dude?
No, he didn't actually find out the details for that. He just know this is where where the disruption's coming from, or part of it anyway.
So we might not need that right away. We might need to ask some questions first because we're not 100% sure exactly who it is around here that's doing said threatening.
Understood.
I'm not really sure how to ask that. Just roll in and be like, hey, did you threaten a guy that sells blood on the side?
Well, that works.
I mean, if they're completely confused and don't know what we're talking about, we just wipe the memory of the question away and continue on to the next one.
That's true.
Or let's see here. How busy does this store look currently? It's late. It's later at night, so
Yeah, not really busy. It doesn't really appear to be anyone inside.
Does
just
it
a
look
guy
like it's
behind the
closed
register.
or just quiet?
Just quiet. It says open 24 hours.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, go in and ask, see if they're willing to talk. Might have to press them a bit if they don't seem willing. And see where we go from there.
All right. So, yeah. We do that.
You go in. He's this guy behind the counter is leaning. See a pug next to him.
I want the pug. No, I'm kidding.
Just easy and just like does a nod.
Liz is gonna like look around the place first to get like a feel of her surroundings of what all is in here and everything. I know that Sean had mentioned like a back room.
Yeah, there's a back room, but when you walk in, it is the standard. There's the area you stand in, and then bulletproof glass everywhere, and like they give you the stuff through the turntable thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there is a door there, but it is locked and it's bulletproof and metal glass and everything.
Can I use awareness to kind of like just listen and see if I clock anyone else that might be out of sight or that might be beyond the door, that I, just get an idea that there are other people in the building?
Do you have heightened senses by chance?
I don't think I do.
All right, so this will still be mundane senses, but you can roll that. Yes,
All right, so that would be awareness plus.
wits, I believe.
Okay, so I get 5 dice for that. I'm at 2 hunger, so here we go. Roll. I got 2 successes.
Yeah, just listening and stuff. You think you can faintly hear some noise coming from the back, maybe um television or something, maybe someone talking, but you can't really make out any details.
Okay. I will side-eye Liz and see how if she wants to proceed to talk to this person behind the glass. And this glass, so their only opening in this glass is like the opening, and then is there like a place that we can see where there's like a door that opens to get back there, but it's also closed and locked?
Yeah, it's closed and locked, and it's made out of the ballistic material with metal bars throughout it to basically reinforce it so you can't just bust it off. And then the area that it's not like a hole in the thing, it's actually this turntable thing so that you put the item and then it rotates around and you pick the item off.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the store near us is like.
Nice.
But yeah, the person's like lost.
Potentially.
I mean, you do kind of stand out. Look you up at your outfits.
Well, for my sake, in the last couple nights, I've been wearing jeans, like a button-down black shirt, a jean jacket, and boots. So, I'm not all dressed up.
Might be.
Liz might be.
Liz probably is, yeah. I think Liz has been wearing business casual pretty much universally since she was named Prince.
Can I get you something? We sell different foods, chips, sodas, cigarettes.
I actually had a question.
We got a grill. We make breakfast sandwiches.
I heard from someone in the area that there's someone here demanding payment for somebody that's working in the area. Do you know anything about that?
I don't quite follow.
Um,
Payment for working what? Who? What?
making special deliveries. And they were told that if they wanted to continue,
You a cop?
no.
You look a bit like a cop. You're asking cop questions.
I'm not a cop.
You have to say if you're a cop if you're a cop, right?
You do, and since she didn't say she was a cop, she is most definitely not a cop.
Hmm.
Also, I'm not a cop.
Hmm. So a bit sus about you. I mean, take it from my point of view. You just two, white women come in, dressed up. One of you just come into a corner store in the middle of the city asking questions about things. that
Are
aren't
you
like directions.
making judgments based on how well she likes to dress? Come on.
Yes, the scariest people in Baltimore City are the richer white people. They bring gentrification.
That's fair. I can't disagree with you.
Ah, y'all come in here, start buying up all the properties and stuff, fix them up, and $90,000, 120, house goes up for like 300, 400. No one can live here. We all just slowly driving, poor black people out.
For what it's worth, I've lived in this city my entire life too.
Oh yeah.
I just want to know
What's your opinion on Washington Village?
pretentious as fuck and some decent restaurants.
Hmm. Just eyeballing you all your life. Rich person.
We're asking because I don't want trouble.
I know, but you failed the test, so I don't think I want to help you. The correct answer is Washington Village doesn't exist. It's Pigtown.
Good to know. I'm not from Baltimore my whole
Yeah.
life, but most of my adult.
Yeah, that means you're like a Hampton woman.
Myself?
No, her.
Oh, well,
She up in
Which-
the rich area.
yeah, but I mean, she's adorable. I mean, you have to forgive her a little bit.
Yeah, you're probably like living up there, like right at the edge of the county. Like you probably live in the county and just claim you be in the city. You're from Towson, aren't you?
I'm not from Dowson.
I had a friend who lived in Towson.
Yeah, but they're 10,000,
He was a painter.
Huh, nice. But yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. You're just like, especially since you're pretty vague. You're just like someone here offering money to pay to just. I mean, you could be talking about drugs. You could be talking about guns. You could be talking about our food delivery Uber people.
It's a bit more unique than that.
It's sort of an Uber delivery service for a special diet.
What kind of special diet?
Liquid one?
Hennessy?
Blood.
What'd you say? I didn't actually hear you.
They deliver blood.
Blood, you say? He just leans forward. He's like, "All right. What's the passwords?"
The password is you back the fuck off of our contact or there'll be problems.
That is okay. That's not quite the password I was looking for because that doesn't have to do anything. But I don't know who your contact is. But if you're talking about the special deliveries, we're the only game that's supposed to be in town. And if they don't operate under our jurisdiction,
And who are you?
me? Oh, my name is Darren.
No, your group, this game.
Oh, we're the circulatory system.
I like that.
Yeah, the big boss doesn't like the people not paying him his dues. If you got a problem with that, you can
If-
take it up with him.
If I were to do that, who would be the big boss? Now, here's the other question, Kevin. Do I know who the boss of the circulatory system is? It's O'Donovan, isn't it? No.
It's your favorite.
Fuck.
Did I know that? Maybe not.
Like, I don't know who the big boss is, but I know who's my boss.
And who's that?
My boss is named Rick.
Rick.
Mm-hmm. He'll never give you up.
God damn it, Kevin. Get out. I had a child with that man.
Yes, you did.
Rick Ashley? What? What did that tell me? That's a big age. What the hell? And he's like, okay, you want to talk to Rick?
Now, just because I'm sleep deprived, remind me, Kevin, the big boss. This is John Thomas, isn't it?
No.
No. Oh, am I forgetting?
That's cool.
God fucking damn it.
Dude, okay, so since you're sleep deprived, the person who's for the most part in charge is Smith. Cool. Samuel Smith. Who you allowed to expand his territory and stuff.
I sure fucking did.
You did.
He works with O'Donovan with circulatory system, but he's the one who basically has the grip on it, which is why no one's taken him out yet.
Oh no, you're dealing with a problem of your own making.
I am, yeah.
I was like, yeah, you can talk to Rick if you want.
Yeah, if I wanted to talk to Rick, where would I find him?
Give me 1 second. Gets up, goes in the back, walks out. He's got a different hat on. He's like, Rick will be out in a few moments.
Sophia actually laughs. I like him. Darren, it was Darren, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Sophia. It's nice to meet you.
A few seconds later, you see a white guy walk out from behind the thing. He's got a short hair, square jaw. Kind of gives off the aura of maybe former military or cop, formerly. Because obviously, like, I'm Rick.
Rick, you have a lot to live up to because Darren is amazing.
Take your word for it. I've had better employees.
Rick, this is Elizabeth.
I can help you.
I step back.
So I hear that there are that one of the people that I had a previous contract with have been basically being extorted by your organization.
It's got to pay the dues. We own the city when it comes to blood transports.
I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but she is squealing in her sleep.
Maybe.
And now my contact seemed a little vague. These dues, this is just payment of how much, and if payment isn't delivered, then
Basically, you work with us, pay the percentage to us, or you don't. We are giving people a small little, how can you say, probationary period, because we know we moved into a new territory and it's a little, we don't want people to just die, so we are giving them the option in a couple days, grace period. Grace period. And if they don't pay up by the end of the grace period, well, and they keep doing what they're supposed to do, yeah, we're gonna have to eliminate some people. I mean, If you're interested in our wares and stuff, well, we got a catalog. Go through the proper channels.
The infuriating thing is, like, Liz knows that she can't go up against the circulatory system, though, right?
As the full organization, probably not. Individual chapters or members, maybe. Because it is a network system. It's not a yeah, it's not like a hierarchy going down. It's a network, kind of like a circulatory system. We have like veins and arteries in the hearts and stuff.
Out of curiosity, how much are the dues?
Well, 32% of your take. Pay 32%. You get a job. You get the benefits. And if we do good enough, you can even move up. The boss rewards us very well, those who are the right types who move up in the hierarchy.
God, it's a pyramid scheme.
It's
Not a
worse.
pyramid scheme, is more like a triangle here.
Yeah.
I mean, you look like you're the right type to move up most of the way. The upper echelons of the local system you're going to be barred from, but
What about our contact? What would he be? Because I don't remember what this individual looks like.
I don't think you ever met them.
Yeah. Sean has been your contact for the contact.
Yeah.
That's
But yeah. I mean, interested for a job though. We do need someone who can pass in the upper areas occasionally, like maybe, fancier private blood areas, blood banks and stuff, maybe. Yeah. I mean, anyway, I mean, if that's it, I mean,
I would be interested in that catalog just out of curiosity.
okay. Goes back. Who's that paper? He's like, remember, burn the catalog after you look through it.
Of course.
And
Now-
it's coded.
It's what?
Coded.
Oh.
Open it up. How is it coded?
It's set up to talk like you're buying from a butcher.
Of course it is.
It's like, are you interested in some cattle, different kind parts of the cattle? Like there's a section that's like, pig blood and pig meat, and different things. Each one like represents. So you have one where it's like the like young like young meat off of a suckling pig or something like that. Things like that, just to kind of give you a idea of the different flavors and everything. And then sometimes it'd be like, and they all start with like, looks like maybe the blood type kind of things. So like, oh, you really, or a wonderful, or because, that kind of thing.
How do you do AB positive?
About time you asked that.
Nice.
So, you have a system for how people move up, and I assume the higher level you reach, the less you pay in dues, because it's really the lower levels where you eke out the most percentage. Am I right?
Well, there's a percent thing, but you also reward with other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like a taste
Like what?
of what the future can hold if you're really well, if you know what I mean. A little taste of the catalog, some of the super fine vintage in the back,
Is that the stuff they sell to Julie and Luna? No.
Yeah.
Well, my curiosity is, so you're looking for someone to deal with the higher end market, apparently. Maybe we could work something out so the person that we have been dealing with could get a better percentage, better options, move up a little bit in return for providing that access to the upper crust market. Like, you know, we have connections at one of the new clubs in town we could talk to.
We have connections at all the major clubs already.
Do you?
Yeah. But I mean, if you're really interested, I can just take a contact and have one of the recruiters contact you. We have specific recruiters.
Interesting. Do they get a percentage for recruiting?
I'm not a recruiter. I don't know what their pay structure is for them, if any. I mean, could just be one of the bosses or the big boss, or the big boss.
Look back at Liz.
But yeah, just tell your friend who's being pushed out that play ball, no problem.
We'll keep it in mind.
By the way, while you're still here, would you like a breakfast sandwich? We also do some cheesesteak, some cigarettes, black wows, Sign D,
No,
purple stuff.
thanks.
Purple stuff?
Yes, it's grape drink.
I'll buy a bottle of the grape drink.
Hand you like a grape soda. It's popular. People like it. I don't like it. I'm not big on grape flavor of stuff. I prefer orange flavored things.
Excellent.
Like Sunkissed. Ooh, I haven't had Sunkissed in forever.
And Liz heads out.
I nod at Rick and I say, "Good night, Darren."
Alright.
And then I head out behind Liz. And give Liz a little bit of space because she seems a bit frustrated.
As soon as the car door closes, just head back against the headrest. God damn it.
I take it that's a little blowback on a previous choice.
So there's an individual in town that you've not had the displeasure of meeting yet, who is pretty universally considered the most hated kindred in the entire town, and the only reason that he continues to exist is because of his connections with the circulatory system.
Oh.
So the circulatory system is it's exactly what they said it is. It's a this huge network of individuals that transport blood to kindred all over the world in various cities. They specialize in taking special requests. They're very commonly used amongst our clan, obviously. And yeah, they do basically engage in some human trafficking occasionally. But because they're such a necessary resource for so many kindred, they have a shit ton of power. And what he was talking about with the right kind of person, the guy at the head of the circulatory system here in Baltimore is a raging racist asshole.
Ugh.
Misogynist too, which is why I fit part of the bill.
There's more, but yeah.
All of the other isms too, but those are the two that show up the most.
So
put it this way, the last time that O'Donovan had a meeting with him, he ripped his arm off and beat him with it.
O'Donovan or the Samuel fellow did the beating?
O'Donovan ripped, I believe it was O'Donovan ripped Samuel's arm off.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And O'Donovan was the peacekeeper in that meeting. He was the mediator.
I mean, beating them into submission is one way to keep the peace.
That's how infuriating this man is.
So O'Donovan can stand up to him. Maybe we should approach O'Donovan about this problem, since we don't really want to try to climb the tree from the bottom up. We're gonna get stonewalled like we did here. What if you have a relationship with O'Donovan?
I do, yeah. I've been meaning to talk to him anyway.
Yeah, what if we sort of circumvent
I don't
the
know
hierarchy?
What the chances are the thing is I don't know what the chances are of actually being able to circumvent that, and circumventing it hard enough is just going to get this contact of Sean's killed.
True.
Because the circulatory system don't play. They, like, if you don't play ball, they can just end you, and there's another dozen pushers that will move the product anyway.
And Sean's contact is averse to working with the system or within it.
I assume he's averse to losing 33% of his profits.
As anyone would be, but if that's the functioning system and that's how it goes, I mean, unless we have a monopoly clause in the city limits of Baltimore.
No, it's not a thing. Also, there's also a good chance that this contact straight up doesn't understand what he's dealing with.
That was my thought.
This contact is anything like Sean, he has no idea what he's dealing with. He might not even understand why we need the blood.
No, I mean, I'm sure he probably was like, oh, vampires drink blood. Some vampires don't drink blood from the vein. Oh, vampires need a blood supply. I can provide it. And, like any small startup was like, yeah, let's go. And didn't check with, regulations and planning and anything like that. Got a small group of buyers and had as a decent, small, lucrative business. He may have to just either decide to go into a different line of work or pony up his portion of the profit that he has to. Or die. I mean, I'm sure Sean doesn't want that outcome, but we can't always get what we want.
Yeah.
But maybe, like I was saying, maybe there's some way to negotiate a bit better option for him versus the 33%. If you have, any pull with O'Donovan.
Yeah, I think we should go talk to O'Donovan.
Sure.
So I head to O'Donovan's.
Have you met him, by the way, yet?
No, not officially.
Okay.
With that, we cut to Callie. Enjoying the tea?
Hello, yes, I am.
Nice. Black tea or herbal tea?
It's herbal tea. It's Dungeons and Dragons company that makes a company that makes Dungeons and Dragons tea. So this one's inspired by a character from Dice Camera Action, which has not been mentioned in years. Yeah.
Nice.
Also, I guess a character on Acquisitions Incorporated. I am plugging them now. Black Lotus Tea Company.
Oh, Black Lotus, like the card from Magic the Gathering, and also from Conan.
This tea is called Can't Hurt Sunshine. It's inspired by Evelyn Marthane from Ack Inc. So yeah, check that out. Anyway,
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
You can though. You can.
Praise Lathander.
So, we cut you and River there. Just teaches you the little tattoo one, which I think is such a minor ritual. I won't have you spend XP on it. Basically, you just mix some vampire vitae in with certain special inks and stuff, and you can produce it. Now, as you learn the ritual, River's like, did you want to get coven tattoos together?
We gotta make it like not very like I don't want it to say like
Sisters for life?
yeah, no, let's not
No.
do that.
Well, covens normally have like names or animal associations. What do you think is a good animal for this coven we're forming?
Frog?
Frog. Sure.
Well, like you know, that frogs could be cool. I could get on my ankle.
Yeah, like the prince. You kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, yeah, so we can do it. So we will have a frog. And what is a plant that you like?
I like a lot of plants. My favorite flower is say is a sakura. So
Do you see your pull out a phone? Sakura flower.
it's a cherry blossom.
Cherry blossom. Okay, yeah. So, how about this? A frog on top of a cherry blossom.
Okay. And what's your favorite animal, and then also your favorite flower, and then they will coincide with each other, but it's not like like matching tattoos. It's what you want. It's what.
No, we needed some way to signify who's in the coven. So the coven will be the frog on top of the cherry blossom. See, I come up with the idea for the coven. You come up with the idea of some of the symbolism. So let's get that tattooed. Where would you like it? Arm, hand, foot, leg, butt, back.
How about our our ankles?
If you want your ankle, good. Though that can be painful because of the bone.
Yeah.
Which, though it doesn't really bother us because we're vampires. So hand me your leg. She starts getting the ink stuff. Now she doesn't have like a tattooing gun. It's like a needle that
No, it's a stick of motion.
Thankfully, the blood sorcery helps us to form the tattoos better than just hand doing it. So we just have to go to the area and it can form. So now that we're forming our coven together, what are there any rules other? So I think we should create it to where we are the coven masters, and then we get people under us, and they have people under them, and then like forming a pyramid.
No, okay, all right. No.
Nah, I'm messing with you. We're trying to get rid of the pyramid. That's the whole point of our coven and the House Karna.
I'm not too sure, River, about getting a tattoo. It would be my first tattoo, and I am a little scared. I will be real with you.
It's not going to be that painful. We are resilient to pain. Well, physical pain anyway. Emotional pain still hurts us.
Girl, you had your heart ripped out.
Yeah, well, tattoo hurt badly.
Now.
Yeah, I had my heart.
We should try to get more people into the coven. Are there any ladies out there that you think would make good Tremere?
Can't think of any.
Oh. I should search some out. That way we can sire some and just grow it.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I
ghoul. Is
do.
there a good woman for ghouling? Ghouling?
What about Ghouling?
Do you know anyone we can attempt to ghoul into our grouping?
Uh, you know, I know a bunch of guys. I don't know any girls.
Well, we don't have to recruit right away.
No, I'll keep looking, and yeah, maybe hold off on the tattoo of the coven right now. How about
You seem resistant to forming our own coven and overthrowing the chantries currently in Baltimore.
that's a lot to think about, and that's a lot to commit yourself to. And I had other plans today.
Oh yeah, this ritual with your nana. What? How
Yes.
long has she been passed?
Oh, Nona's been gone for about 5 years.
Is she buried in Baltimore? We can go visit.
No, she's from Italy. She's in Italy.
Huh.
Yeah.
I have to say, you being a partial Italian and family from Italy, and seeming to like to have discuss some like magic to speak with and communicate with the dead, I'm surprised that Kata didn't try to get you first.
Oh, they asked. I'm good. I maybe if I thought about it a little bit more at the beginning there, I probably would have. But things turn out how they're supposed to. You get a Hakata boyfriend, and you start to care about him, and then they want you to get married, and you don't really want to get married, and then but you still want to be friends, and then you don't maybe want to be more than friends, and then he decides he wants to live his own life and you support him. It's a whole thing. Sometimes it just works out like that. Anyway, how are you, River?
Oh, that's good. I used to have a girlfriend, but she died. Yeah, I was new to the thing, and I drank too deeply.
Oh.
And Robin would not give me permission to transform her. So.
What the heck? Okay.
Yeah, that was rough. He said it was a lesson to learn to control yourself more.
Wow. That's okay.
I'll eventually be in the market for a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit. But I put my hand on her shoulder and I pat it a few times. And
Just see like that slightly sexy blood tear. It's like I can never get used to this. All the. You ever wonder why our eyes aren't bloody, even though most of our bodily fluids are replaced by blood?
yeah, I have actually. Let me tell you about my braces theory. so, so if a vampire has braces and they have braces on when they turn into a vampire, do they still like when they get their braces off, like what happens?
I think their teeth would be in the form would continue to be what they were like when they were first turned.
Yeah, but so should they get their braces off before they turn into a vampire? And do you really have a choice? And is your orthodontist even going to take your braces off because your teeth aren't straight? Like, see, this is what I think about when I'm right before I go to sleep.
Well, in that situation, there are a few. If you know someone, I do know a vampire orthodontist.
Oh, vampire orthodontist. Is he a vampire that is also an orthodontist, or is he a orthodontist for vampires, or both?
He is a vampire who does dentistry.
Oh, cool.
He was a dentist before he got turned. He's a Malkavian up in Pittsburgh area.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. Yeah. Robin knew him and introduced us. Yeah. Robin, I don't know why he introduced me. It's just like, hey, he's an old friend of mine. His name's what was it again? Leonard. Leonard, that's it. Leonard. Yep.
In Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I'm not forgetting a name right now, and this is just the first time we've heard of a Leonard from Pittsburgh.
It is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Nice guy. Yeah. Just random. But yeah, so yeah, that the way ours explained to me is typically if you're going to sire with purpose, you try to make sure that your chowder is given time to finalize things in life to make sure that they are at that point where they want to be. So if it's someone needs shaved or wants a specific haircut or wants to have certain tattoos and all this stuff, make sure they get that before they turn, because afterwards it becomes complex. So I guess you should try to get them removed first.
Okay. So, but the people that don't have a choice, so that's what I'm thinking about. Like, I don't know. This all started because I saw a picture on Pinterest one time of a vampire that had braces.
Yeah, so with our static nature, I'm sure what would be a very convenient thing, because the braces aren't going to, since they're artificial, not part of you kind of thing. Just have somebody knock your teeth out and they'll just grow back the next night.
Oh, okay.
You can't find an orthodontist to take them off.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to have your mom just yell at an orthodontist for like 20 minutes straight about taking your braces off before they actually decide to take your braces off. After you've had them on for 4 years. Never happened to me. But
that seems like a very specific denial there.
Well.
Yeah. Those are interesting. Yeah, those are questions. That's why when we sire, we have to make sure the person comes in with a full understanding of what life they're coming into. That's why I recommend ghouling internships.
Ghouling internships.
Yep. Basically, you ghoul someone for a while. The Giovanni and stuff, they used to do the proxy kiss, I think they called it. And then the Banu Hakim had a 7-year training regiment where you were a ghoul and you served the clan for a while before being turned. That way you know what you're getting into.
Huh. Interesting. I really didn't have a choice whether or not, and I didn't really exactly want a choice. That brings up the thing. Did Robin, he approached you about being a vampire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Yep.
You had a choice, right? He
Yes, I willingly accepted vampirism.
Okay.
Vampirism. Yeah.
And were you at a good place in your life that you wanted to be?
In hindsight, not probably the best. I was, well, it was only a couple months ago. I mean, I'm not that old. Do I look old?
No, you look fine.
Yeah, let's just make sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm only 27. I was embraced a little bit near the end of last year, kind of thing. But yeah, as he recruited, set up, gave me time to do stuff, and honestly, I think I was a little still kind of seeking something out where I wasn't sure where I truly belonged because the covenant of witches I belonged to, it just didn't seem like I was progressing and that they weren't really doing the thing. Now, people did warn me against them, but you're so charismatic at the time.
Hmm. At the time, or he's still charismatic, right?
Not as much as he does. I think in hindsight that some of the rituals he did, he was mixing some of his blood and was bonding us, but Tremere can blood bond vampires. Our blood is inert. We can still bond kind, but not each other. So once I became a vampire, it broke that. So I think he was influencing me that way, which in hindsight is very predatory.
Yeah, it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not.
No, vampires are assholes.
Yeah, most of them.
I mean, we think we're, I know we're better than most of them, but I think we're still a little bit assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta feed. It's good talking to her and having a friend, a sister that knows a lot of what I've gone through.
Yeah. It's nice. I mean, if you want to talk about stuff, is there really a rocket going off right now? If you want to talk about
It depends
stuff,
on the mood.
if you want to talk about stuff that is there any without I mean right now is there any more that you would like to talk about? You could tell me anything.
I think there might be some ghosts in the city.
Oh yeah.
So you've met some? Oh. Yeah, the just got this weird feeling last time we went to the Chantry house with Robin and I and the rest. I think there might be a ghost or two there.
Where's like a ghost or two? Well, what's your chantry? What's it like?
I can't say.
Oh.
Like I literally can't. They did blood ritual. I can't say anything to a person who's not a member of our Chantry. Like I can talk about it, I just can't tell its location, looks or anything like that.
Man, I wasn't,
Yeah, you'd have to join the Chantry, have to go through the ritual.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's good talking. You can call me sis or sister if you want.
Super good.
What was that?
Nothing. Maybe I'll think about it. You can call me Mari.
Yeah. But yeah, so interesting. Did you know before they destroyed the top of the pyramid that we used to have to blood bond ourselves to the inner council of the Tremere?
Really?
Yeah. But since they're all dead, the backlash is why we can't blood bond other vampires.
Oh.
Yeah, you can drink all my blood you want and you will never be bonded to me.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being that oppressed back in the old days?
And, yeah. So you could do rituals and stuff, right? Like you've tried and you could do rituals.
I just showed you how to do the tattoo one, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you showed me, but you didn't do it.
Because you said you didn't want the tattoo.
No, I know.
Did you want a different tattoo? Oh, how about a rose bush or a rose on your thigh.
I'm good.
Ooh, how about I love Nana?
No. How about instead how about like not trying to I'm trying to think of a not like
Is there a specific ritual that you just learned that you want to try out or something? You seem to
well,
like, other than the one for Nana, because that one you still haven't explained the details of. That one seems a bit iffy.
yeah. How will will you just humor me? I
What did the grape say when the elephant stepped on it?
what?
Nothing. It just gave it a little whine. I just humored you.
Oh my god.
Folks, this is what happens when you've had a kid for a week and are very sleep deprived.
Will you humor me and just like let me take about a cup worth of your blood?
You really seem to want my blood for something. What do you want my blood for? Like, there's something up.
Well, first of all, River, do you have like a you don't you're not we're not blood bonded. So you can't be blood bonded to Robin. So
We can be blood bond. Tremere can't blood bond other Tremeres, yes.
yeah. So
Or we can't blood bond any vampire, but yeah.
I mean, with that whole thing that's like not allowing you to talk about certain things in your brain, it does it also go to the you have to talk about things with Robin? Does it go both ways?
There's plenty of things I haven't talked to him about. It just prevents the revealing the location of the Chantry to outsiders.
I will get a tattoo with you.
Can I have a cup of your blood?
Why do you need a cup of my blood?
See? Now that I say it to you, you're like defensive, like, that seems suspicious.
This isn't for anything.
Because we know what our blood can do with thermaturgy. I mean, that is how, Marcos did plan on basically sacrificing most of the city if he needed to, the vampire populace, by using small blood samples that they accumulate. And then casting, a very powerful spell, but ritual utilizing the Chantry.
Excusez-moi?
Robin didn't tell you that?
No?
Richard? No, it's like part of those things. At the Anarch meeting, I think he said, like, I know all this stuff. Here's this information that Marcos had gathered. He also had been gathering small samples of like blood and stuff from as many kindred as he could in the city, so that if needed to, he could just use thermaturgy to basically kind of do what he did. They did something to a guy a while back. I don't know where he's just. I heard. But yeah, or something like that. But he was taking small samples from everyone else. Marcos was. That's why I always hesitant to just freely give blood without knowing what it's for.
River, I don't want it for any of that. I'm freaking out a little bit.
I don't think you're quite that powerful, but
No. well, no, I don't. I'm not that quite powerful, but I may have messed up a few months ago and did something really stupid.
Ah, yeah, I've been on dates that ended like that. No, but because it honestly, Mari, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna come on clean. Um, it honestly sounds like you plan on taking my blood and performing some sort of ritual you don't want me to know about.
It's not that I don't want you to know about it. We're coven buddies, right? Like,
So
I was going to
why?
tell you.
So why do you need it?
You can't tell Robin.
I mean, unless it's something very important, I don't see why I would tell Robin. We're like I said, we're not super close. Do you
So
suspect
don't
that Robin
trust
isn't
me.
my vampire dad? Is this a paternity
Yeah.
test?
Yes. 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 You found it out. I just want to make sure that Robin is the father.
I never knew my father. Oh, Robin is my sire. I can tell you that very simply, and there's a really good way for you to test this.
How?
She just pulls out a knife, cuts her hand, it's like, drink my blood. You will not feel yourself being bonded to me. Only Tremere have that curse.
Well, would it work both way? Would it work?
I cannot bind you. You cannot bind me. We can
Okay.
pour our blood and drink it all we want. Nothing's going to happen. We can also just perform the ritual to, determine a sire if you want to.
I'll drink the blood.
It's like, yes. Hey, just drink like let's say like one hunger down if you have more than one.
I do. I have 3.
Yeah. Hunger down. Just like it's very sweet, very like you've had Vitae, but Vitae from the source of a vampire, it's good. It's like Florida orange juice versus California orange juice.
Oh, Kevin.
Soon you're gonna have to deal with Indiana orange juice.
I'm bringing as much orange juice as you can.
Yeah.
I'll bring a cooler.
Or it's like having good quality spring water and then trying to drink Dasani.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
So, if you are wanting to do that ritual, as she suggested, you can, since you brought it up, or you could just note that there's no blood bond there.
There's no blood bond.
And you don't feel your connection change at all.
Okay. I trust that. Don't have to do anything. Don't have to talk about my Nona anymore. I guess I'll get a tattoo.
See? That is what I'm talking about. It's so much distrust. I mean, I understand things, but
Mhm.
Now is Erica your sire?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Like it wasn't someone else?
No, I specifically asked her.
Oh, so you choose this life too.
I did.
Yeah. They never tell you the whole story, do they?
No, I was told a bit. I kind of knew about it for a long time, and then I wanted that.
Yeah, they kind of leave out the whole any food you try to eat, you just throw up, and if you can't keep it down, it just tastes like ash in your mouth.
They did leave that out, yes.
The whole evacuating your bowels the first time because you die.
Dead, yeah.
Yeah, that's not pleasant.
No.
No. Eternal hunger. That voice in the back of your head telling you just to kill your staff and drink for their blood. Especially Charles. He's always late. Stayed one more time, he's gonna get fired. He's been late 4 times this week alone. No call. He doesn't even call to say he's late. He just shows up like half an hour into his shift.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, like 5-10 minutes, I understand. Half an hour. Jeez.
Yeah. He doesn't live that far away either, for as far as I can tell.
Wow.
It's just no excuse. Huh. Anyway, this will be a few second break so I can utilize the little boy's room. So pause the recording. Unless you all want to talk amongst
Will
yourselves
do.
on camera for everyone to hear.
Pause the
can pause it.
recording.
So yeah, so Mari and River talk. What did we leave off exactly? I'm trying to remember because
We're in the car going to O'Donovan's. But no,
alright.
Mari and River were discussing the tattoo she was going to give Mari.
yeah, so if that's the tattoo they described, you get a frog sitting on a cherry blossom on your ankle.
I switch it. I don't want it on my ankle. I want it on my I want it right here on my arm.
Yeah, it's the ritual they use, like using the little needle that like mixed with the blood and the inks, like it shapes the area roughly, and then using like blood sorcery and stuff, the image like forms itself and it has some color to it this time. So it's pretty nice. Allows people who are not perfect artists to have a little talent. And then she does one for her, or she has you do it to her, and she's like, sisters.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Lucy's gonna be mad at me.
Who's Cozy, and why would she be mad at you?
No, I wasn't. No, I don't say that out loud.
What else is new?
Yeah, what is
She's
she?
always judging us for bad decisions.
With that,
Yeah.
we can cut to the arrival of O'Donovan's. Liz and Sophia, pull up.
I'm going to leave my gun in the car.
Yes, that would be wise.
Because I remember that this is an Elysium idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So I put my gun back in my hiding place in the trunk.
Kev, can you describe what O'Donovan's looks like again? Because it's been a while since we've been here.
The first floor, large dance floor. There's a bar that wraps around, elevator in the corner that allows you to go up to the other floors. The bottom one, it just seems semi industrial going on. Tonight it's got ooh, let's see what kind of music. It's a blues and jazz night.
Oh, okay.
So it's not as many people like doing raving dance, but it's got a nice clientele. There's several checkpoints, but they all seem everyone seems to notice Liz and just let you through the VIP, and you all get red wristbands. And when you go up to the next floor, or the floor where O'Donovan is, it's got I think I said there was like a Egyptian motif going on with like hieroglyphic columns and stuff. And there, sitting at his desk, is O'Donovan, wearing currently wearing like a like an undershirt, like a t-shirt, suspenders, plaid pants. He's got the nice mutton chop look going on. He's just like, what do I owe this honor?
O'Donovan, I just wanted to check in. It's been a while since we've talked, and a lot of things have been happening in the city very quickly. I've finally
Yeah,
gotten a
big
second to
changes.
breathe, and
Yeah, big changes, big changes.
indeed.
Last time I think we were talking in communication. I think you were having a meeting with Samuel Smythe, actually, I believe. A couple weeks ago. Maybe a month or so when you were working with the Artarchi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what can I do for you, boy?
Well, I had some other questions, but his name actually did come up this evening.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So I've recently learned that it seems uh the contact that one of my newer coterie members has been using for blood bags is apparently unlicensed by the circulatory system.
Hmm. Yeah, Smith was saying that he was expanding his the system to more locations in the city, or at least his branch of it, his artery. Exactly, baby. Exactly. Yeah. City had permission to expand some things, I believe.
He was given permission, which is what makes that very frustrating because I would like to give this contact
Would you
permission
like
to.
so you want to bypass the arteries? It's funny because it's medical term.
Mm-hmm.
Artery bypass. It's what you do. And anyway, so you have a minor. Is this contact a vampire that you're putting your neck out online for?
That's the thing. He's not, he's just an idiot and doesn't know what he's dealing with, is the thing. But I know that you have a lot more experience with the circulatory system than myself.
How do you utilize the resources to bring in the flavors for the club, amongst other things? I mean, you helped out with part of it a while
I
back.
did.
Yeah. Highly illegal in many areas. A lot of vampires frown upon it, but we all utilize its services. Get you the kind of
The
material
necessary
you need.
evils of our existence.
There are other ways potentially, but you know. So, you want old Donovan's advice?
That's why I'm here.
All right. Is this the favor you're calling in, or just general chit chat?
Or just general chit chat.
So, one thing you can do, if it's only the specifically individual, just tell Smythe that, hey, this person is your personal supplier and should be and will be exempt from things. You're well within Camarilla territory. You are the prince. Your word is rule. The individual should be able to do their jobs unmolested, and basically say if he's molested by Smythe or whoever, you will pull, take away domain, take away authorities, blah blah blah. Threat. That way you are protecting this one individual. As long as you don't do it with a ton of individuals, Smythe won't have any issues, possibly. Simple,
True.
easy. This is why princes come to me for all kinds of advice. Oh, Donovan. So how's your little fighting doing?
What was the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about? It occurs to me that I don't know much about Robin before the events of the night of that Anarch gathering.
As far as I can tell, he was an ambitious up and coming Tremere within the Chantry, trying to make a named for himself after the pyramid was decapitated. Was a thorn in Marcos's side a lot. Yeah. Marcos probably highly regretting turning him.
Yeah.
Honestly, before he went to Torpo, Marcos was saying that he actually had planned on potentially eliminating Robin until so he could find someone better, less ambitious, less backstabbing. So typical Tremere.
Do you happen to know anything that Marcos ever said about Robin's personality changing quickly?
No. No real personality changes that I'm aware of. I mean, all Tremere who were alive around the time of the attack on Vienna, their personalities all changed slightly because the blood bond was destroyed. But other than that, the thing holding a lot of them back. Why? What's on your mind, Prince? Though I heard rumors you were going by a different name.
Lady Caldwell.
That's what I was thinking. What else would it have been?
I think she likes it.
She's dreaming so hard right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm remind me, Kevin, when we were first talking about Streebog and shit, did we ever go to Donovan for advice about him?
You probably did.
We've got reason to believe that there may be someone else in the city using Robin's face. I don't know if it's being done through obfuscation, blood sorcery, or flesh crafting.
Obfuscation's pretty easy to see through if you know what you're looking for.
The issue is we didn't see it in person.
Well, I can tell you last time I met with Robin, there was Robin.
You can be sure of that?
Sure as anything I ever am. Anything else?
Well, it occurs to me, I'm sorry I was so distracted by getting down to business that I neglected to introduce my companion. O'Donovan, this is Sophia. She is
John Thomas's child.
The same.
He's told me very little about you, but I know a lot.
I would be unimpressed if you didn't.
I got birds in many areas, so to speak.
Fair enough.
Surprised you two are getting along so well.
Who, us?
We found we have a surprising amount in common.
That's good.
Sophia, you've been through a lot of this Robin debacle with me recently. Do you have any insight and questions that O'Donovan might
Well, I don't know a lot about what's going on. I'm sort of learning on the go, but you say the last time you saw this Robin fellow that he was in fact himself, not someone masquerading as him. When was the last time you saw him in person?
About 7 weeks ago, he was inquiring about weapons.
Indeed. Um, question. Did he inquire about explosives? I'm hearing that's a thing that's happened recently.
Oh yes, a lot of explosives have come into the city. Yeah, he didn't come through me directly because he knows I don't really deal with explosives as much. I just a lot of excess damage. Guns are more precise.
Oh, I
Not as
agree.
precise as swords. Swords are a civilized weapon.
From a more decent era, yes. So about 2 months, you say?
Why are you wondering more? Like, who do you suspect is not Robin? Who's Robin? Who's Robin? Robin? Rockin' Robin.
Well, there was a vision, I believe, was taken by a member of Lady Caldwell's coterie, and they saw two of this Mr. Menard in the same place at the same time within the vision. So the question was, how do you get two if he didn't have a twin before now? And who is the twin?
And are they
And
still around?
and if yes, if the original is still also around. We have just curious about that, especially with this whole looming anarch war issue that we apparently still have going on in the city.
Indeed. Yeah. The amount of people who could be disguising as Robin is, I guess, small, but hard to figure out if someone was. But more than likely, do you have any suspects, like, at all?
I know that we've recently learned that there's another Semeski that had been working with Streebog that I
Basil.
don't believe was slain in Marcos's ritual.
Yes, that would be Basil.
I will write that name down when I have two hands. Oh,
10:02. Sophia obfuscated. And Callie is about to pass out. It's a casual night.
I am good. I'm less tired than I am normally, which sucks. But my legs hurt really bad, so.
But yes, should we pause and wait for her to come back? Let's check our messages. Sorry, a person just dropped.
She said that the computer white screened out on her. I'm not sure what that means.
No. Did you want to pause the recording?
Yeah.
And we're back.
Hi.
He's like, yes, Streebog. We're back again. Okay, a little technical issue there, baby.
One or two.
Yeah. He's like, yes, Streebog's companion, Vasil. Two of them had worked together for a while.
The only thing we know about this individual is that they might be Hungarian.
Yes, sort of. Streebog was. Vasil is German from the old world.
German.
Yes.
Hmm.
They are. Vasil was a bit of an asshole. He left after the conflict last time to do stuff, but
More of an asshole than Streebog?
yes. Yeah, Streetbog was the more down to earth one.
Fabulous.
Yeah, Bastille has a grudge against many of the kindred here. So if he's back, it's gonna be fun. Especially since he knows that his friend Streetbog was killed.
Do I know? I don't know if you all told me about Street. I think you told me that somebody blew up next to Cozy at some meeting.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
just-
we didn't give you
yeah.
much details about that.
Yeah.
Good story. Should have to tell her sometime.
Hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, Bastille and Streetbog were very close. Cousin close, if you know what I mean. Roommates, maybe.
Oh, lovely.
No confirmation, but I think so.
So, good chance he might hold a grudge against those that
Mhm.
got Streetbog murdered. Then.
Yes.
Oh, so Kozaline.
Mhm.
Wasn't she involved in that heavily?
She was
Something?
a pawn in the game of giants.
Oh, well.
Yes.
Don't tell her that.
Mhm. I mean, it's true. They played her like a fiddle, so to speak.
It's not very nice.
No, not really.
It very much wasn't.
Yeah, but
What else do we know about this Vasil? Did he also know how to do flesh crafting?
oh yes, he was good at it.
And what of the other disciplines of the Temeski? I've heard of one called Coldonic sorcery.
There's only 2 Catonic sorcerers in the city, and Vistio was never one of them.
Really?
Oh yes.
I know one.
It's a old art. Only a handful of people amongst the Zemeski ever learned it.
Mm.
Mainly along the old bloodlines. You know, the newer kids just don't understand, so to speak.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your thoughts, O'Donovan, if this Sameski person is in the city and working behind the scenes? How do you feel about that?
I tend to be neutral as long as the city is safe and we all can kind of live. That's what I'm here for.
But you yourself said that they have a more than one grudge against others. So is the city safe with them working here? Especially if they're hiding in the shadows?
As long as they just do what they do in the shadows. It's fine.
I see.
That's why with the lore last time and this one, I am very keen on brokering a truce when I can finally get everyone to the table. Too many people, too many kind dying for my liking.
But that's my question. If Robin is working with this individual and they're feasibly then a part of the planning and execution of this war, since they apparently appear to be some kind of partners, isn't dealing with this person a way to bring the war to an end?
Could be. Prince. Lady Caldwell.
Aye.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's your responsibility. I do not interfere directly like that because gotta maintain Elysium. It's part of the deal. My domain remains mine. As long as I don't directly do anything. Kind of like your Tarkai.
Hmm.
Which I don't even know if that's actually the correct term for multiple people who are the Atarchus.
No.
Tarkai, Atarchuses, Turkus. I don't know. Yep. I mean, I could take over the city, rule it.
Consider yourself so much of a mediator. Why do you not label yourself Autarchus? Out of curiosity.
What am I though? I'm not Camarilla. I'm not Anarch.
So then you'd be Autarchus.
By default, yeah.
Okay. I've just never heard you named amongst the.
I don't like labels.
That's fair.
Yeah, they define you too much. They keep you in a little box. I'm the man outside the box, looking into the box, looking into the person who's looking into the box.
Well,
I mean, you want
That's all.
advice?
Hmm?
Do you want advice, Queen?
sure.
There are a lot of people in the city that you can utilize as resources. There are a lot of vampires, a lot of mortal things you can move around. You can also declare blood hunts on people. But either way, you need to, if you want to deal with Robin and his people, you need to start proactive, not reactive. You've been dealing with things acting and then you reacting constantly. Ebenezer's going to return soon and probably deal with the situation. But until then, if you want to one up, if you want to show your clan that you truly are leadership material, you need to do something. Something hard, something decisive.
You're not wrong.
Do you have any, I don't know, vague ideas, suggestions for that? Since I'm new, I mean, I don't really know all the pieces. Like, what would you do in this moment?
I would never have let a moment like this come, first of
Well,
all,
Of
but
course.
in a situation like this, I, being myself, would probably use my contacts amongst the independent ghoul circuit, have them look around, find where Robin and his ghouls and his minions are in the daytime. Wait until right before sunrise, pull him out in the daylight and let him burn. But I have contacts amongst the people you normally don't. Ghouls, thin bloods, mortals, those you step upon.
Speaking of
I'd
thin
also
bloods,
just so you know, I've heard rumors from some people like, and I'm gonna do this as a favor for say this as you calling in your favor. All right, I'm gonna give you some information, advice, so to
Mhm.
speak, which I honestly don't believe I should be giving you, but I will.
I mean, you could say you're giving it to me as a less experienced member of the.
No, I don't like that, Zod.
Okay.
I hear you're trying to find where Robin Menard sleeps, where he is, his areas, correct?
yes.
How to put this? In my days, I would check phone books. In modern days, with cameras everywhere, CCTVs, social medias, I'd be having people check all that instead of firing a PI to hunt them down, or more of our kind doing things. I would, oh, you know, look up certain government databases that someone who owns a used car lot who has to put their business in as to, put that in the system, business licensing and stuff, need to put information into their system to gain a license. That includes addresses, phone numbers, references. There's a reason the SI found our kind so easily.
That's true.
Because a lot of the stuff Robin would have established and not have thought of scrubbing. Not many of our kind scrub everything. Also, there is an individual. I don't know if you've met them yet. Rough. Always rough.
Roommate might be home.
A man who is useful. His name is Victor Cole.
Have I heard of this individual before, Kevin?
Roll your vampire stuff. Whatever it's called. You're gonna actually roll. I'm sorry.
Kindred history?
Politics, probably. More political.
Okay. Oh, I only have one hunger. Would my Camarilla speciality apply?
Yep.
And what attribute?
Let's say intelligence.
Sorry, my hands weren't big enough for all the dice.
It's okay. Also, feel free to use online dice rollers if you need to.
I'm gonna spend a willpower. Okay. 5 successes.
Victor Cole is the main guy who provides all the carrier and messenger pigeons for communication within the city. So I would recommend him because pigeons are utilized for communication and they always know where to go.
Noted.
Yep. And if you pay me, I can have somebody actually look up the information if you don't know how to use a computer.
I know how to use a computer.
Yeah. Well, I have that down.
Yes. Remember, this is the modern world, not the world of the ancients. Some things are a lot easier to find out. You haven't been paying that PI lots of money for this, are you? Because he kind of does love the stuff himself,
He's also dealing with something a bit more
the ghosts.
specific to his speciality.
Yeah.
I may know someone who can, if not get us some sort of records, could point us in the right direction for getting them. I know someone who works in the town planning office.
Look, resources. Looking at someone who's, you normally overlook.
Mm-hmm.
I have a contact, as it were.
Wonderful. Will there be anything else, Lady Caldwell? Caldwell.
Well, I greatly appreciate the advice. You had mentioned the Thin Bloods, and I just wanted to know if you had heard anything more about that new cult that popped up for a short time.
It's still around, but after something happened to their leader, it's kind of broken apart to a couple smaller groupings, though it was part of a vastly larger organization. But this branch is down, though still something to be worrying about, considering it's a Sabbat cult.
That was the indication that I had gotten, though I wasn't 100% certain that they understood the connotations that they were throwing
Possibly
around.
not. There's big movers of the Sabbat coming into the city, attempting to reestablish, but one step at a time.
Well, if you hear anything new, definitely let me know. I greatly appreciate it. You've given me a lot to think about, and
Of course. Yeah. If that's all, enjoy the rest of your evening.
thank you.
I have one question. You don't have to answer it. It's just for my own, just sort of ha-has.
Oh,
Can you tell me one thing you know about me that I'd be surprised?
one thing that I know about you that would be a surprise to you,
To
but if I know
me.
about it, it wouldn't be a surprise.
I mean, I might be surprised you know it.
Ah, I know the VIN number of your vehicle.
I am kind of surprised. Maybe a little.
Yeah, it's something people don't really know. I know the VIN numbers of many vehicles because that's how one good way of searching them when they try to replace license plates and stuff. You can search impounds and stuff, find the VIN number, even if the license plate has been lost, and now you know where vehicles are.
Good
It's
advice.
it's far more useful than people think, especially if you're know people who are good at trying to get rid of things and stuff, and you're like, ooh, where am I good? Yeah, interesting. I also know let's see, what else did I learn about you? No, I think I'll leave it at that.
Wonderful. It's been a pleasure meeting you, O'Donovan.
Yes, it always is.
You didn't disappoint.
Of course. If that's everything else, boys, I have a business to run. Burning the midnight oil, so to speak.
Fantastic.
Have a good evening.
I will let Liz leave first.
Hello.
Follow her out. Hmm.
It is so concerning that he knows your VIN number.
Not as surprising. I was actually a little less surprised by that than maybe other things that he didn't say.
Does he just have a database of all the kindred in the city?
I wouldn't doubt it. Leverage is definitely a very powerful tool. And knowledge is one hell of a piece of leverage.
Oh, absolutely. That's basically what a Donovan is, an information broker.
Mm-hmm. But are we lighting people up and lighting them on fire if we can find where they live? Or at least having them tossed out in the sun?
My thought was staking, but it does have quite a bit of a...
I mean, especially if we can
It
sort
is
of get it on
tempting.
video to watch later and then delete, would be fantastic. You know, just to make sure it's done correctly.
Mhm.
But we should check these video feed and records. Like I said, I know someone in the town planner's office who might be able to point us in the right direction as far as, you know,
Yeah, reach out
business.
to him, see if you can get an answer. Haven't heard from anybody else in a while tonight. I wonder if how Mari's
Dates going?
I was not gonna say date, but I kept
Oh, you
my brain
wanted
kept saying
to.
date.
Come on. You know you wanted to. If from all the stories and the things I've heard, Mari's quite the catch.
Apparently.
Yeah, people fighting all over Mari.
So I will text Mari and ask how's it going, if she's learned anything.
As I will text my friend Ralph Emerson in the town planner's office. I assume he is sleeping this evening because he works during the day, but I just put the feelers out there, Dear Ralph, I'm looking for a little helpful information. I'm wondering if you can point me in the right direction. And I don't give full details of who I'm looking for to start with, but just if I want to follow the paper trail of a business back to its, source, is that something he can help with, or can he point me to somebody who can?
See how that goes. And I think we should be stopping there just because I am
New dad is tired.
yeah, getting to that point. So yeah, thank you for joining us. I know it's a bit more RP and casual. Wait, most of these sessions are very RP heavy.
Yeah.
But it's a bit more casual. I know we were missing half our team. But things happen. And baby, I'll get us all the baby. Yeah, thank you. We're gonna skip plugs and stuff tonight just because want to
Yeah, you know where to find all of our stuff.
Yeah,
Everything will be
you-
down in the
Socials.
doobly-doo.
yeah. So on the doobly doo. Hope you all so good night and hope you all had a bloody good time.
Bye.